I'm Ann Dolan, and today we're talking about how to help your child with homework. Now we'll specifically talk about the rusher, the child who works as quickly as possible just to get done with homework, paying very little attention to detail. Often these kids turn in subpar work that's riddled with errors or misspelled words, and often sloppy handwriting too. Their goal is to get done so they can go on to more pleasurable activities, but as parents, there are little things that we can do to help them pay more attention to detail. The most important thing you can do to help the rusher is to provide expectations up front. That means if your child works too quickly through homework, you don't want to say after they're done, "I'm sorry, Mary, this just isn't good enough, you need to redo it." That's going to create a battle. Instead, you want to provide expectations before they even start. So let's say Mary has to do 10 spelling sentences. You may want to focus on 3 areas you've anticipated are areas that are difficult for her. They may be messy handwriting or misspelled words or even very simple sentences that may not be complete. So you would put those criteria on a 3x5 card or even a little post-it note and put it next to her while she's doing that assignment. So she knows up front what she has to focus on in order to show you that she's done quality work. In that way, you're being proactive and you're not having to correct her and have her redo something in the end. Many parents ask what to do when their child really just doesn't even care about the quality of her work. And that's a tough one because it's an underlying motivational issue. However, you as a parent can set precedents and establish a regular homework time. Sometimes rushers not only want to get through their work quickly, but they often won't be forthcoming with what work they have. So setting an established homework time based on grade level is important. For example, the general rule of thumb is that 10 minutes of homework equates to each grade level. So, for example, a 2nd grader should have 20 minutes of homework, a 5th grader, 50 minutes of homework. Set that as homework time each day. So say your 5th grader has 50 minutes of homework. It's built into their schedule. And even if he comes home saying he has nothing to do or he did it in class, that time is to be used for other assignments, say, for example, a long-term project or organization. But it's amazing when kids have a set homework time, they will miraculously find assignments in their binder that they need to work on. So this way they'll know it doesn't matter how quickly they get through homework, they still have to take that time to work on schoolwork. Determining appropriate expectations for your child during homework time is an important issue. So many parents I work with want absolute perfection. They want their child to turn in papers the next day that are perfect. However, that is not the goal of homework. The goal of homework is to help your child practice the skills he or she has learned in school, and not every problem needs to be correct. The rule of thumb is that if they can demonstrate mastery about 90% correct, it's okay to turn it in. Not every last word needs to be spelled correctly. And teachers need to know where the child is struggling as well. So it's important to oversee homework and make sure your child is on the right track, but it's even more important that the homework is done just by the child and that you're encouraging independence and you're fostering a positive experience after school. Hopefully, those tips will help your rusher be a little bit more careful during homework time. Next, we're going to discuss the avoider, the child who avoids homework at all costs.